I am not singing.
By the way, guys, we were singing Once Upon a Dream to each other.
Once upon a dream, I know you.
Can I just say, you singing like that makes you like sounds like the Prince Charming of the film, and that makes me feel like the other one in that scene. So, I mean, Melissa, you're a very lucky woman. Welcome in, everybody. Disney Dan here. Disney Movie Review Sunday. I'm back with my buddy Walt from Mousestore. Good to see you, buddy.
It's like Cameron the Frog. Yay!
Look, I got a Muppet shirt on. What's the coincidence?
Sorry.
Yeah,
That's what Super Fluffy Yeti said. He goes, picture Kermit weaving his hands wildly above his head.
Oh, good to see everybody. Disney Movie Review Sunday. It is my favorite. Look, it is my favorite day of the week. Sundays are Disney Movie Review days. We are talking about I think it's our 5th princess movie that we've reviewed. We've reviewed Tangled. We've reviewed Beauty and the Beast. We've reviewed Pocahontas. We've reviewed... Then there was another one. Was there another one? I can't remember.
I don't think so. We haven't done Snow White yet.
We haven't done Snow White yet.
We haven't done Little Mermaid yet.
There we go. Sleeping Beauty is another princess film we are reviewing tonight. There we go. And we are very, very excited. But let's see who's in the chat. JK in the chat. Another fantastic Disney stream coming up. Oh, you bet there is. JK, welcome into the stream. Super Fluffy Yeti, welcome into the stream. Good to see you, buddy. Gene, welcome into the stream. Good to see you. Keith from BDF, the BFD. Good to see you. My buddy James Ryan, member of the channel and great friend of ours. Welcome into the stream, buddy. Welcome in.
What's up, James?
We have my captain Akron. Welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. We have the wonderful Hannah Waghorn. Welcome into the stream. Hello, it's Double Trouble again. It always is on a Sunday. Welcome in, Hannah. Great to see you. We have Faith, Hope, and Disney. Barbara, welcome into the stream. Member of the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Hannah says, I think Disney Dan should introduce you into the stream the same way Dan says Super Chat.
And you just did.
I just did. So, and then he goes, awesome. Surprise, Hannah. He actually does. Melissa, welcome into the stream. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Let's see who else. We've got Shelly Starwalker. Welcome into the stream. I love that name. That name is amazing. Kay Atwood, my mod extraordinaire. Welcome into the stream. Yep, we got that one already. Movie Mania Nick. What's up, Nick? Good to see you. Welcome in. Sleeping Beauty. Not how I normally sleep every night, but this is the film from 1959, and it feels that it was older than 1959 in my opinion. I'm gonna put it out there straight away, Walter. I don't know if you agree. Disney loves this movie. I think there's a lot. They even designed Disneyland Paris around this movie. We'll maybe touch upon Disneyland Paris, and we will definitely get to that point. I think Walt, have you frozen? I know we're talking about Sleeping Beauty, but you look like you're part of Frozen right now. I think he might be. Oh dear. My chat's been really weird today. That's really mine too. But we are going to be talking about Sleeping Beauty tonight. Zach Wald's Walt Disney World Sleeping Beauty is a mood right now. Yeah, I think so. Oh, look at me. It's just me now. Oh dear. Oh no. I'll tell you what, Walt just sent me a message saying the Three Fairies are trying to help him with his internet. And the fairies know about the internet. So we are going to be talking about Sleeping Beauty tonight, 1959. And I'm looking forward to talking about this. We're just going to hold on and wait till Walt comes back. He's just deep in thought, just staring at the screen, just thinking, what am I going to say when I come back into the stream? Oh no, Walt's disappeared. Tell me about it. Now it's put me on the spot. Normally I have people to bounce off and talk to, but I feel now that everything has been put on me and me alone. So this movie is from 1959, and it's an interesting movie. I really when I first saw this film, I was quite young. I don't remember much about this film, and this film is surprisingly short. It is only like 1 hour and 17 minutes. It's really, really short. Tim Pruitt, welcome into the stream. Welcome in. Quick, let's let's grade the movie. I'm not going to say it. Melissa says, I hate when that happens, Dan. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Disney Trash Can, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Disney Trash Can, thank you for joining earlier in the day today. We did Disney Nuts with Gonzo. Thank you for joining. Joyous member of the channel, welcome into the stream. Thank you for being here. Mike Klemovich, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for being here. You joined, you were on Walt's stream. I noticed you were on Walt's stream earlier today. Walt will be back. He's just had a Maleficent malfunction. Oh, I like that. A Maleficent malfunction with his internet, and he'll be back. So thank you so much for being here. Jumbo Kadani Sean, what's up, buddy? Well, we got loads of people in the chat tonight. Timothy Rainwater's good to see you. Right, Walt, has the Maleficent malfunction been fixed?
Yes, from all the fires of hell.
Donna Jaworski. Hello, my friend Donna, member of the channel and our lovely friend. Welcome in, my friend.
Hi,
Hope
Donna.
you're doing.
Did I miss anything?
Oh no, we were just talking about 1959. We were talking about the film it's only about an hour and 17 minutes long. It's quite a short movie compared to a lot of the other Disney films that are out there. And yeah, this film is surprisingly loved by Disney. Aurora has her own castle at Disneyland Paris, and it's used this movie is used a lot in Disneyland Paris. Quite often during parades, Aurora and Prince Charming, Prince Philip, would be the last ones, like Cinderella in Magic Kingdom. They would be sort of the ones focused at Disneyland Paris. So it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting to know how much Disney loves this movie. Oh, Hannah Waggle, thank you so much for becoming a member. I was like, Walt, why are you clapping for no reason? Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Please send me a message on Twitter and Instagram, awesome. And let me know. And then I can add you to the Disney Dan membership Facebook group. Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot. So, Walt, have you seen this film before? Yes. Is this your first? You have seen this before?
It's been a while, though. It had been a while. So I have seen it. Look, like you said, you already mentioned the year 1959. This movie is 62 years old.
Yeah.
62 years old.
It's older than me.
Me, almost older than you and I combined. That's how old it is. It's almost, not quite, but it's close. And, but I got to admit, and we're going to get into animation in this. We'll talk. I do want to actually talk a little bit about animation because the film is so short. We can kind of touch on some other things. I still really enjoy the story.
Yeah,
you know how I am about story, and we're going to get into it in a little bit. But yeah, 1959.
I think this film is the most cliche of cliches films I think there is. I think, if you were to think of the princess film, this film would be the most cliche film. It's all about, Prince Charming defeating the dragon, the stunning princess in the film who's being saved. And that's kind of what the theme was back in those times. Obviously, nowadays, Disney has made sort of the princess a much greater character, like Moana, like Rapunzel being more independent, and which I really, really enjoy. But if you think about back then, back in the 60s, this was the stereotype of all these cartoon films. This was the second princess film after Cinderella, I believe. I think it was Cinderella, then Sleeping Beauty. So Disney is starting to bring out more of these movies. The Disney Baker, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. For me, this was the first time I saw the film again in a long, long time. I remember when I first watched this film, I was a bit, I'm going to say it, I was a bit bored the first time I watched it, but this was years ago. This was years. And now I can watch it sort of in adult eyes. So... yeah, and Walt again is deep in thought about this film, and I think he's about to break his internet in half. Pamela Hoffman, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for being here. What do I need? Disney, what do I need to do again? Yeah, just send me a message on Twitter or on Instagram, and I'll get you into the DIZNEYDAN members Facebook group. There we go. Look at my face, back in the frame again. And I'm gonna get a raging message from Walt in just a minute. So I remember watching this film a long time ago, and I remember when I was a child watching this film, I was quite bored out of my mind. But now that I've seen it in sort of modern times with a sort of an adult head, I can kind of get sort of a more of an appreciated look about this film. Ryan Dodd, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Melissa says, "Oh no, I'm surprised I don't hear him freaking out from the next room." Oh no. Oh no. Emily, LSU mom, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for being a member of the channel. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well, my friend. So has the spindle got Walt? Possibly. Maybe Maleficent has got Walt and he has pricked his finger on the spindle of a spinning wheel and it cut out his internet. I don't know. Oh no, I feel like he's going to be raging any minute. So what we normally do on Disney movie reviews, so we run through the film and sort of discuss what the film is all about. And we're going to start right at the beginning. Right at the beginning of the film, it is I think it's a very colorful film. That's what I noticed straight away. The colors of the animation, the set pieces, just looks absolutely stunning. I really do love sort of the elegance of the story and the song, which is, you know, Aurora. Everyone's like going to see the birth of Aurora. I think it's really, really interesting. Dan Bill says, Chris says, "Hello, Dan, minus Walt. He was here twice, and you know what? He is back."
I'm going to my phone. I'm so frustrated right now. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know what the heck is going on with this thing. So we're going this route for now.
Shelley Starwalker says, "Dan, have you watched the Maleficent movies?" I have, but we won't be. We'll be reviewing those in a separate Disney movie review.
I have not seen them, and Shelley, I'll just say right now, I won't watch them.
Only when we pick it up the box, you will.
But until I am forced to, I will not watch them. I'm sorry, you can't tell me that there's any version of Maleficent that's ever good. She is the mistress of evil. I'm sorry, I can't get with it. I just can't. I know people are going to be upset with me about that. I just can't fathom.
Super Fabiani says, "Elegant is a great way to describe this movie in so many ways," and I think you're on a point there. While you were dealing with Maleficent's curse of the internet, I was discussing sort of the beginning of the film and how sort of colorful the palette was, and sort of building that sort of world of Sleeping Beauty is lots of different colors. The song Aurora and everyone marching towards for Aurora's birth. I think I was quite sort of it was pleasant to see so much color in a film like that.
I agree. Yes, very, very, very much so. Obviously, it's 1959, so the animation isn't going to quite be what we're used to today, for sure. But I think you're right. Very colorful, and it kind of sets the mood right off the bat of what we're there for. We're kind of there for almost, I wouldn't call it a coronation, but ultimately the passing of the torch at some point of the family. What do you want to call that?
Like
legacy, I guess.
Yeah, sort of passing the torch almost. Hannah's like, "I'm loving this new angle, Walt. Look, you can even see the logo."
There it is.
Mike Klemovich says, "The colors are beautiful. Did Mary Blair work on this one?" I think she did not.
I don't know if she did or not. I'm going to look it up while you're talking.
Yeah. So everyone is going towards Aurora's birth. They all go to the castle, and we start to meet a lot of the characters. We meet the king and queen of the kingdom, King Stefan, and his wife, who isn't given a name, which I think is ridiculous in my opinion, but it's a small sort of glitch. So King Stefan and the queen. Obviously, Aurora is, a baby in sort of in the we call it a cot in the UK, but it's a what do you call it?
Cradle.
Cradle. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. And then we get introduced to Prince Philip and his father, who is King August. No, Humphrey Hubert.
King Hubert.
King Hubert. And sort of the setup of this film is that Prince Philip is being betrothed to Aurora when they grow older, whatever. So that's the kind of the
he's
main
probably 6 to 7 years older than her now, because she's an infant. I mean, she's an infant, and he's probably about 6 or 7, I would say.
Timothy Ray Waters says, "Dad, I thought what was going to be here tonight. Who's this baby-faced gentleman
with the double chin?" Yeah.
We both shaved this evening. Carlos Disney World Freak, what's up, buddy? Member of the channel, great friend. Thank you for being here, buddy. Welcome into the stream. And Candy Tink 94 says, "Love the fairies, by the way." Hi, hi, Candy Tink. So we get introduced to the three fairies. Now I've been practicing their names all week. Are you ready? Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather.
Very good. Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather.
Because at the start of this week, I was going Father, and Fellyfeather. Because I couldn't remember. Sup, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hannah goes, "I have to shave my facial hair every single day." What?
We know better than that.
Oh gosh. Mike says Merryweather is my favorite, and she is my favorite. Yes, I can clearly tell she's your favorite. So the three fairies come to sort of the birth of Aurora, and they're going to bestow gifts upon Aurora, which kind of gave me a little bit of a religious vibe. It kind of, there's a lot of religious symbolism there. For the first two parts, and then it kind of changes. So Flora gives her sort of beauty, and Fauna gives her to sing, and then
gives her song. Yeah,
gives her song. And then before Merryweather was about to give her the third and final gift, we get introduced to one of the greatest Disney villains I think ever created, and that is Maleficent, played by, what's her name? She did the Lady Tremaine in Cinderella, and she also was Madame Leota in the Haunted Mansion. Her name was, what's it called?
I'm telling you right now. Hold on. Eleanor Audley.
Eleanor Audley, that's it.
That's right. I just looked it up. Eleanor Audley. Or Audley. I don't know how to say it.
These close-ups of the baby-faced gentleman are an absolute treat.
Sorry. Here, I'll move it back. I'm going in close so I can actually get to the internet. Here, I'm going to look up some stuff for you guys. I'll back up. I know it's so terrible.
So Maleficent appears, which I think was so like, we talk about our commercial scenes that you see in commercials, and Maleficent appearing with the lighting, and what I really love about the color in this film is how they really distinguish the greens and the purples and the blacks for Maleficent every time she appears on screen. And then she bestows sort of a curse rather than a gift on Aurora, saying on her by midnight on her 16th birthday, she's going to prick her finger and die.
Right.
So that's pretty much what was going to happen. And it's almost like the reason why she's bestowing this gift is because she wasn't invited to the birth, which is, I don't get invited to many things, but I don't curse people.
Well, you're also not the mistress of evil.
No, I'm the jester of evil. Right?
No, you're not. Look, let me kind of play into this a little bit. I think there's more to the story that they obviously don't get into, which I think the new Maleficent movies maybe touch on.
Yeah.
Some backstory between King Stefan and his wife and Maleficent that we don't really get privy to in this 1959 movie. When she gets there, she's like, "I see everybody was invited but me." And of course, the mom, the queen, is like, "And you're okay with that?" So obviously there's some sort of backstory that these two families or these two, that these individuals have between each other that they don't really They don't touch on it all in this movie, but it's enough to make Maleficent so vicious towards them that she puts this evil curse on Aurora for when on her 16th birthday, she will prick her finger on a spindle and die. But that's where Merryweather comes in and kind of, in a way, saves the day with her final wish that she gives her, and that's that ultimately she will, if she does prick her finger, she will not die. She'll go into an eternal sleep until the kiss from true love awakens her. Something.
Hannah, thank you so much for the £2 super chat. Hannah, you are on fire today. Thank you so much for firstly becoming a member, and thank you for the super chat. This is an absolutely hysterical stream. I mean, don't blame me, blame this guy, because this guy is, the funny. He pointed the other way.
The internet sucks here. Pardon my language, everybody. PG-13. It's terrible. I don't know what the heck is going on.
It's super fluffy Yeti. Disney has borrowed from the Brothers Grimm stories. Does anyone know, did the Grimm Brothers stories write a version of the story? I think they did. I don't remember.
I know they took from Cinderella and other stories that were Brothers Grimm. So
yeah, but we won't get into the details because, again, PG-13 stream. So, like you said, Merryweather kind of saves the day, and they needed to think of a plan. They needed to think of a plan to sort of get themselves out of the situation. So the three fairies decide to just talk to the king and say, right, we need to take your child away for 16 years. I mean,
what they're ultimately trying to do is they're ultimately trying to save her. They really are. At any point in these 16 years, if she pricks her finger on a spindle, she'll go into eternal sleep. Not just on her 16th birthday. At least that's how I took it. That's why they took her away for 16 years. They're hiding her because they want to actually get her past her 16 so that the curse will be lifted. That's why they have
that's pretty much what they want. They don't want her to, be in eternal sleep or to die or to have anything bad to her. That's why they burn all the spindles.
That's why the king did it. You're right. And remember too, that if Maleficent throughout these years, if she knew where Aurora was, she would do everything in her effort to make sure that she did prick her finger on that spindle. So they hid her from Maleficent ultimately.
Cosmic 8 Starlight Calf 8, welcome into the stream. Yes, the Brothers Grimm wrote a Snow White version. I'm curious whether they made a Sleeping Beauty version. That's something we'll have to research. So Aurora goes off with the three fairies, and her name changes. I think Aurora is like the only princess that has like three names. She has Sleeping Beauty, she has Aurora, and now she has Briar Rose. So I think obviously they're using that as sort of protection, so no one can find out that's actually her living in this small cottage in the wilderness. And then time goes by, and we are literally the day of her. It's the day of her birthday, her 16th birthday, where we sort of
you're right.
back into the story. So how this kind of plays out, I love this scene. So Maleficent is very sort of agitated. She's angry. She's just like, how have we gone 16 years without seeing Aurora? Where is she? What's going on? And what I love about this scene was she was talking to her henchmen, and she's like, have you searched everywhere? And they were like, yeah, we've searched the town, the taverns, the castle, and every cradle. And I'm just like, you searched every cradle for 16 years? And then she goes full on, like, just blasts.
Hades. She goes full on Hades. And you're wearing his and she's kind of like, oh, okay, well, you do realize that she's not a baby anymore.
I just love that scene. It's such a classic scene. Thank you, Keith. See you later. Have a good week. I love that scene. It's such a great scene, and I think it just shows how sort of little patience Maleficent has, and she kind of puts her trust now in her bird.
Yes.
Out of all things. So she sends her bird out. She was just like, please go find Aurora. You got to find her before the time runs out. Paula Rainwaters, welcome into the stream. So good to have you here. Thank you so much.
She
Happy
doesn't really
weekend.
say please. She's kind of like, don't disappoint me.
Yeah, don't disappoint me, or you'll end up like roast pork from Star Wars. So yeah. And during this time, while Maleficent is brooding in her castle, Aurora is sort of waking up. It's her birthday, and the Three Fairies want to sort of create this sort of special, sort of one-off sort of event. They know that it's their last day with her, because after that day, they're going to take her back to King Stefan and her mother. Courtney Rainwaters, welcome into stream, Courtney. Good to see you. So they want to make it special. They want to make a beautiful cake. They want to create a beautiful dress, but they don't want to use any magic because they don't want to take any risks. And they send Aurora off to get some berries and some whatever flowers or whatever.
Right.
Johns, welcome into the stream, buddy.
What's up, Richard?
What's up, buddy? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, bud. And then we sort of get this sort of slapstick comedic sort of scenes with the Three Fairies trying to create a cake. Fauna's trying to make a cake that she's never done before. 2 eggs fold in gently, and she puts the eggs in the bowl and she folds in the dough. And then they're making sort of the dress. And what I really was interested by, I had no idea that the most of this movie, Aurora wore her blue dress, because you mostly see her in the parks in her pink dress. So I was quite I didn't remember that. I didn't remember how much she wore her blue dress, which is quite interesting. I don't know. It's quite an interesting.
Well, she doesn't really. You don't ever see her in the Briar Rose dress.
No.
In parks, you always see her in her pink dress from the end.
Yeah. Mike goes, tisp. You mean 1 teaspoon?
Right. Yeah. What's a tisp? It's a teaspoon.
Every time I do cooking now, I'm gonna say, "What's a tisp?"
One tisp.
What's a tisp? So they're trying to make it all sort of beautiful for Aurora, ready for sort of big sort of surprise party when she comes back.
It's not going well.
It's not going well. In the meantime, Aurora is off with her little bird friends, her little animal friends, and come across someone interesting. Emily Ellis, you mum, welcome into the stream. Good to see you.
Well, this is when she starts singing her song too. I know you. You came to me once upon a dream.
Women in the chat are just like, Walt, your singing is just delightful.
Yeah, I'm sure. I love to sing. Even though I can't, I like to sing.
I can't sing. People tell me to wind up the windows in my car when I drive along. So Briar Rose, aka Aurora, comes across someone very special, and they don't know each other, but they come across Prince Philip. And Prince Philip, the charming prince, the one with the sword, and he starts singing with her. They sing "Once Upon a Dream," which I think is an underrated princess song, which I think a lot of people. I
agree, 100%.
Very good song. So they start sort of doing it was I think looking back at it now, it's kind of a weird scene because the song is "I Know You," and they kind of don't really know each other. And then the next minute, you see her like with her head in his shoulder, being like, "Oh, I love you so much, but I don't know who you are." And they don't.
It's called love at first sight, Dan.
Oh, you're such a hopeless romantic.
Come on. It's called love at first sight. Melissa had it with me right away.
Oh,
she's in there laughing. You know it's true. It took me a couple hours, but her, it was like, bam. Anyway, you were saying?
I mean, I don't think nowadays. I mean, look, maybe I'm wrong, but people come together waltzing in the forest with their animal friends.
We did. You haven't done that yet. Well, when quarantine's over, that's the next thing you two need to do.
Yeah, you know what? It may just happen. It may just happen. I'm gonna start singing, and then it's all going to, end badly. But so they start sort of singing, getting to know each other. They start falling in love with each other after only meeting for the song runtime of 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And Kenny takes his Sleeping Beauty version of Tinder. Yeah, it is. It is.
All right, look, everybody, it's a fairy tale. Let's play along.
I always think I know you whenever I see Dan or Walt go live.
He always goes on there. I know you.
Oh my gosh, I can't even speak right now. Oh jeez. So they have a little moment, and then Aurora is just like, yeah, I'm not allowed to speak to strangers, but I am speaking to a stranger, but I know you, so you're not really a stranger, even though I just met you 2 seconds ago. See you, Mike. Thank you so much for being here. Take care, bud.
See you, Mike.
So they go off. Aurora goes home.
By the way,
in love. Yep.
Right. I want to go back, though, in all seriousness, and go back to the cottage, because this is kind of where things go bad. During this time, they realize that the cake and the dress aren't going very well, so they do actually go and get their wands, and they decide that they're going to, the fairies decide, okay, we are going to use our wands a little bit today to make the cake nice and make the dress nice. And during the making of the cake goes great to get that together. During the making of the dress, 2 of the fairies start kind of fighting over whether or not the dress should be pink or blue, pink or blue, pink or blue. And they kind of have like a battle over it. It's actually not a good thing, because of this, remember, the crow is out looking for Aurora. Not using the magic has really been a big help to keep Aurora hidden. Well, during this duel of the magic, the crow sees it, and then he finds her.
I do want to say that the fight between Flora and Merryweather, with their sort of one fight, was definitely more of a battle than Voldemort and Harry Potter did in the graveyard, because they just stood there like this, whereas Flora and Merryweather were like, they were going for it. So I'm just saying. Hannah says it should be something that's sung whenever you see a familiar name in the street. Like, Hannah, if I sang that song,
we wouldn't have a stream. That's all we'd be doing the whole time.
Christmas, I was about to take a nap, then Walt started singing.
You're welcome.
Oh, jeez.
You're welcome.
Let's see Isaac. Isaac Nail. What's up, buddy? Isaac Nail.
What's up, sir, Isaac Nail?
See England, Portugal. What's up, buddy?
Hey,
good to see you. Will. Who else joined? I think I saw someone else join the stream. Maybe not. Or am I going blind? I can't see. But yeah. So they are setting up.
Okay.
Tim Pro was here. I got Tim Pro. Maybe that's when you were Maleficenting the internet. Whatever. So they're sending up like poofs. I like that word, poofs of magic.
Poofs of magic.
The crow can see, and it goes back to Maleficent to say, I found them. So Aurora comes back to the cottage. She sees a beautiful cake. She sees the blue princess dress. She's like, oh, this is amazing. And it's so awesome. And then the fairies go, surprise. It's like, this day couldn't be any better. And it was so good seeing him. And they're like, him? Yeah. It's like every parent. I'm not a parent, but I feel like it's every parent's reaction when they hear like their son and daughter hear like him, her, like they're just like really intrigued by it.
At 16, yes.
See, this film is parently accurate. There we go. So they were like, yeah, you are already betrothed to this bloke who lives in the castle called Prince Philip. So you can't really like this guy. And little did she know that is actually Prince Philip. I think the fairies changing Aurora's dress color is the same as Walt and Melissa arguing of who's taking over the stream. Super Disney fan, welcome into the stream.
Nick and Shayna, hi guys.
Good to see you guys. Welcome into the stream. And yeah, so Aurora is really upset because she doesn't know that she's a princess. She doesn't know that she's been betrothed and starts to go out crying. And that's pretty much what happens to Aurora. She goes crying in bed at the age of... She's having a tantrum. That's pretty much what she's doing.
She's 16.
Yeah, they have tantrums. Alex Cadet.
Absolutely. I agree. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's...
Alex Cadet, welcome.
I still have them and I'm 50.
I only have a tantrum when I'm hangry. Member of the channel, thank you so much for being here, Alex. And then the next part happens. What happens here then? We go back to King Stefan and King Hubert.
Oh yes, so this is
what I could say.
It's the day. It's the day she comes back. And the two kings are both kind of talking about what's going to happen, this, that, and the other. Yes, they're going to get married. And then
what do you think they do?
Prince Philip's dad kind of takes it upon himself to kind of map out their entire life. Yes, I've already built them a castle. Yes, I've already got the cradle together for the kids and all kinds of different stuff. And, of course, King Stefan's like, they're not even married yet. Can we slow down a little bit? And then they go at it and it's really it's a good slapstick moment in the film. They're kind of funny.
And then they get drunk. They do. And then their butler, waiter, jester person is trying to sneakily get some wine. And he is drunk too. He is off his face. I'm going to say it right now. He had way too much. And he's just like, here you go. And I think obviously you won't be able to see this in a modern Disney film nowadays, but I think at the time, it was kind of the norm. So, yeah. So
it's the 14th century, for crying out loud.
so
they didn't have soda to drink. All they had was wine.
They all had wine. That's all they had. King Prince Philip tells his dad, right, it's the 14th century. I'm going to go and find this peasant woman who I found in the forest for 12 seconds, and I'm going to go marry her. So he goes off, and obviously Hubert and Stefan are not too happy, and they have a bit of a tantrum too. Then, what happens?
Well, ultimately, Maleficent now knows where Briar Rose is and kind of puts her in a trance, I guess is what I would call that. Wouldn't you call it a trance kind of thing? And uses her magic to get her back to her.
Yeah, they were at the they were at the castle, King Stefan's castle, I believe, getting ready sort of to be introduced, wasn't it? It was sort of was that
No, I think she was still in her bedroom. Isn't that terrible? I just watched it an hour ago and now I can't remember. But either way, Maleficent comes in this, kind of puts Aurora in a trance. And in this trance, she leads her away and uses some magic to open kind of like almost a portal to bring her away from where she is into Maleficent's castle. And the whole time, the three fairies are trying to catch up to her to save her because they're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And they're trying to wake her up.
It's quite a scary scene, actually.
Yeah, it really is.
Charlie Prince, welcome into the stream. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I think
and she leads her to this one room where all of a sudden a spindle is there. And
she pricks her finger.
She does. She pricks her finger.
She sees the big red button. She's just like, "Oh, I need to touch it. I need to touch it. Oh, I touched it." Yeah. She falls asleep. And Maleficent appears, sees the fairies, just like, "Look at your princess now." And she pulls the cape, and she's like flying. And let me tell you, this scene is, looking through adult eyes, quite shocking to see in a film like this. You see that the main character of the film, she's out, she's done, she's gone, she's sleeping. Right. Not a cape, a large cloak, no capes. Wrong film. But yeah, she's down for the count. She's and they bring her back to King Stefan's castle, and sort of wait for everything to sort of.
Well, no, they
happen.
don't take her back to the castle because ultimately the fairies are there and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we got to go now. We got to go tell our parents." Blah 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 blah. And they're like, "No, we're not going to tell them." And if you remember, I don't know when you. I just got done watching it. The fairies actually put everybody in the kingdom to sleep.
Mm.
Everybody goes to sleep. They go over all of the kingdom and they put everyone to sleep because they want to ultimately try to find Prince Philip, or try to because they hear about actually we'll get to that in a second. They need to put everybody to sleep because they need to find the one person who can give her a kiss because they don't know it's Prince Philip yet, to go and hopefully wake her up. So everybody is asleep in the kingdom, and just before Prince Philip's father falls asleep, he kind of says it to one of the fairies. He's like, "Yes, my son is in love with a peasant girl," and they're like, because remember she was hidden as a peasant girl, and then he kind of says the name or something, and then they realize, oh, Prince Philip is actually in love with her, and then they try to go find Prince Philip, and then. If you remember, Dan, kind of jumping from that, Prince Philip was going back to the cottage because he's supposed to meet with Sleeping Beauty that night. So he goes to the cottage, and who's waiting at the cottage? Maleficent. Yes, she's waiting at the cottage, and she captures him. Yeah, at the college cottage.
The College of Evil.
Yeah, she's the dean.
Yeah, so
but she does. She catches Prince Philip. She captures him, takes him back to her castle, and puts him in chains.
And then the three fairies, like the Power Rangers that they are, the red, the blue, and the green ranger, they go there. They sort of like almost, what do you call it? Use whatever. They burst him out of the chains, and then they sort of start fighting the whole of the Goon army, as well as Maleficent and the Crow. Keely, Ray Mortars, welcome into the stream. We got the whole Ray Mortars family here. Welcome into the stream, guys. What I've been noticing in the chat, there's been quite a in-depth debate of the difference between a cloak and a cape, which I find that very amusing. So the battle is on. This is the final sort of main part of the film. It's Prince Philip and the Three Fairies versus Maleficent and her army.
And remember what they're ultimately trying to do. At this point, Philip's just trying to get to Sleeping Beauty to wake her up. Maleficent's trying to stop him from getting there. She's putting up all these obstacles in his way. Blowing up the castle, the cliff, blowing up the drawbridge, different things that she can do to stop him from getting there.
Absolutely. So it's almost like a cat and mouse chase, trying to stop him getting to waking up Aurora. So they escape the bridge after fighting off all of the goons. Obviously, Philip has been given the sword and shield by the fairies. These are powerful weapons that are used.
It's the sword of truth and the shield of valor, I think.
Like that. It's the sword.
Which is great names, by the way. I love that. I love that name. I can't. Somebody in the chat probably knows. I think it's the sword of truth and the shield of valor, or the shield of I can't remember, but it's. I love the names.
Don't give them that ultimatum, because they're going to ask what the difference is between a sword and a shield, because they're doing that with a cloak and a cape and a cowl right now. So this chat is amazing. They're just going on a full-on debate. You know what? We need to do this next time. A debate on what's the difference between a cape and a whatever.
Right. Hey, do me a favor. Can you bring up the comment by Super Disney Fam? I have an answer to that.
The question that always comes to mind on this movie is that you have kept her hidden for that long. Why not go to 16 years and an extra day or two to be safe?
Can I answer that?
You may, sir.
It's a movie. We wouldn't have a story if they did that. It would be boring.
That's true. That's true.
Common sense. Stories aren't about common sense.
There's nothing common sense about this. There's three fairies.
You're right. I mean, ultimately, it's a great question, but without if they did that, we wouldn't have a story.
So Maleficent starts using all the power that she has. She surrounds the castle with vines and
which is great. That's why they're in the parade.
So great. So great. I love that.
He fights his way through, and it's awesome.
Fights his way through, and then Maleficent sort of transports herself to literally just before the castle, and she says that iconic line, "Now you'll deal with me and all the powers of hell," and she blasts up like she does in Phantasmic, turns into the dragon, and then there's sort of that big fight scene where Philip loses his shield, and he does sort of like a winding up, like ready to bat at the home plate thingy majiggy that you guys love so much, and he throws the sword. Yeah, whatever. Throws the sword straight into the gut of Maleficent. She falls off the cliff into a fiery pit, and she sort of turns into this big black sort of smear on the ground with the sword. It's pretty much what it is.
Well, it is, but it's really done well. It's very thrilling in a lot of ways. It can be scary in a lot of ways when she becomes that dragon, and she's fighting him, and it looks like she's going to win. He loses his shield, but he still had the sword, and they did something to the sword. To make it a little bit extra, kind of a little bit stronger just before he threw it into her heart. And then he ultimately won, which was great. I love it.
Now, Caves, darling, you remember Thunderbolt? His cake got stuck into a turbine. And Alex Cadet says, it's the shield of virtue.
Virtue. Virtue. I think he meant to say virtue.
Oh, the shield of virtue. So does Philip lose his virtue? Yeah, quite possibly.
No, he just uses the shield, but he wouldn't even have had the shield if he didn't have virtue, I think.
The drama, the way that Dan just described those scenes. Funny enough, I hated drama at school. It's true. So Maleficent is apparently killed. We don't really know for sure, but it looks like she's killed. And Philip goes off and then gives, Aurora a big smooch. And then she wakes up. And then it's all happy days. She goes, sees her mother and father, and everyone is happy. And then Philip and Aurora start dancing together. And then the Wand Wars happen again. Harry Potter and Ginny and whoever start doing the color thing again on her dress.
It's cute. I actually like that. I thought that was really cute. I like the fact that as they were dancing, the dress would go blue, and then it would go pink, and then it would go blue, and then it would go pink. And they kind of faded the screen away. And then the last scene is you see the book close, and as it's closing, it says, and they lived happily ever after.
The classic cliche, and look, it's a cliche for a reason. And I think, cliches are here for a reason, and that's what this film is. I think it is the clichéist of the clichéist films. They are. It is.
Yeah. Yep.
Which isn't a bad thing, by the way.
Well, let's do our review of what we think of these films, and I'll let you explain to those that might be new here.
Okay, so this is how we do things with our review. Now that we've gone through the film, we're going to sort of get our final thoughts, and this is where we sort of discuss what kind of film we thought it was, and what we do here on Disney Movie Review is give it. I'm about to sneeze in a minute. That's why I'm making funny faces.
Bless you.
Okay, it's gone. We do letter grades here on the channel where we grade the movies from an A+, which is the greatest film, which I gave last week to Inside Out, to an F, which Walt gave to George of the Jungle, because apparently that's an F movie, but okay, it is. For me, I feel like a C is like an average. So what I would like you guys to do in the chat is, if you've seen the film or if you haven't seen the film and you want to make sort of an estimate of your grade, please put in the chat what grade would you give Sleeping Beauty, and we'll go through what you gave after Walt gives his analysis and his summary of this film.
Okay, so for me, let me just say this. I like cliche movies. Okay, I like the movies where the good guy wins. Okay, I like the fact that the princess is saved by the prince. Look, today's movies, the princess is not quite a princess anymore. She's more independent. Okay, fine. There's nothing wrong with princess movies. I love the fact that this movie does the whole, and they lived happily ever after. We need more movies like that in today's world. The bad guys win in real life. I love the fact that these types of movies were made, and they give us the happily ever after. I love it. I think this is a really, really good movie. I enjoyed it. I think it still stands the test of time. It tells it tells a story that we've heard before. Yes, it does, but it does it in a unique way. It's got great characters. I love the music. I agree with you. I think I Know You is a very underrated song. I enjoy Maleficent. I think is one of the greatest villains ever created for Disney. I really enjoyed this film. Animation, not bad for its time. Definitely dated for sure, but still done well. Very colorful, very beautiful. I give this film an A.
Nice.
It's very hard for me to give A pluses, but I do give this film an A. I've always enjoyed the classics. Look, everybody that knows me knows me. I enjoy the nostalgia. I enjoy the classics. I loved it. There you go.
I am surprised, really surprised, and I think that's fantastic. Absolutely. So that's a really big grade right there. I'm gonna just pick up a point. Hannah says everyone was scared of me in drama because I was always given the feisty characters, and the innocent gal became a hella fiery. I mean, I don't know. I hated drama. I was no good at it. Timothy Rainwaters gives it an A+. Tim Pruitt gives it a B+. Super Fluffy Yeti gives it, I give it an A. Hannah gives it a C. Average for me. Not the best princess movie, not the worst. Yeah, I can understand that. Movie Mania Dip gives it an A. Tina McNeil, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Member of the channel. She gives it a B-. Super Disney fan says 2 daughters are watching strongly, telling me I can't rate this anything less than an A. Love it. I've said for years we really do need Superman and the Lone Ranger and Happily Ever After fit into that. Yeah, I mean, you could ask that. A- for Cosmic 8-star like Cath 8. Paula Rainwater gives it an A+, 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 A+. I think she likes the film.
I think so.
Faith Hope Disney says, I really like this movie. Well done for its time. Beautiful to watch. Musically well done. Great use of evil with Maleficent. Solid B+. Captain Akron gives it a B-. James Ryan says, the movie is 62. 62 years old, but everyone knows Aurora. Everybody knows the song Once Upon a Dream. It reflects the mid-20th century values. But is also a joy for me because my daughters loved it. It's an A. Fantastic. I love that rating. I also rated takes into consideration the animation style, color palette, and music. Melissa gives it a B+. Jonathan Chong gives it a B+ to an A-. Kate Atwood gives it an A. Someone talking about My Pillow again. Animation A+. I love the unique styling for all the other film stories. A flows well and keeps moving. Extra credit, Maleficent better than the main character. Okay, I like it.
Well, the main character is it's Sleeping Beauty's movie, but she's really not in it a ton.
She has not hardly any screen time. Courtney says A million+. Ryan McDowell, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. It's a classic. Ryan. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Paul Engel, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know why people think I'm on. Okay. So to let people know in the chat, my girlfriend's name is Hannah, but Hannah Waghorn is not Hannah, my girlfriend. Hannah, my girlfriend, is a different Hannah. Just to let people know. I'm
not Walt Disney. I'm Walt.
Yeah, yeah. And even if I got My Pillow, I brought it over. Hannah in the chat looks very different to Hannah there. So it's there's completely different people. Okay, there are more than one Hannahs in the world.
Point made.
There we go. So my grade, I will give Sleeping Beauty. I'm going to give it a B. I really enjoy this film again. I really think it's such a really well-loved film. I love it more than I did when I first watched it. I really liked it a lot. And everything that you said, Wald, I think the characters were really well done. The music, the for its time, its animation, I think is really good for its time. And again, I really enjoyed this film. I think maybe because it was too cliche, it sort of bumped it down a little bit. But I mean, it's a cliche for a reason. So I'm going to give Sleeping see a B. But what I really like about the chat is that everyone is sort of on the same wavelength. Hannah, the girlfriend, doesn't watch your channel, does she, Dan? No, she doesn't. Which you know. Plot twist. I'm Dan's girlfriend. I'm not for the record. I'm really hot.
I'm really not. That's funny.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Goodness me. Where do we go from here? Right. So that was our review of Sleeping Beauty. But you know what, Walt? It's
before
time.
we get there. Let me say this. How do I word this correctly? It's a really good film. I again, I know you're right. It is cliche. I think there's a place for cliche at times, especially back then. This is 1959. We live in a different world today. So I get it. But I really enjoyed the film. I don't know why. I don't know. I like the happily ever after films.
It was a pleasant surprise, I think.
Yeah. And it had been a while since I had seen it.
Hey, Joey Crew, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's that time, isn't it, Dan? You're right.
Both Hannahs are nice, but it's definitely not Hannah Montana. Oh gosh, yes. Good. It is that time. I'm all flustered. It is that time. It is time to pull the movie for next week. Next week's
actually, let me stop you. And I meant to bring this up. It's going to have to be in 2 weeks. I'm not available next Sunday. I'm sorry.
In 2 weeks' time on Walt's channel.
Yeah, my apologies, Dan. I meant to mention that before when. So, and I didn't want anybody expecting it next Sunday. So I'm sorry.
That's all right. In 2 weeks' time on Walt's channel, we will be reviewing. Drum roll, everybody. Drum roll. I really want a Muppet movie. We have not pulled a Muppet movie yet. I have the movie. Here we go. We are reviewing next week.
Oh Lord, here we go. In 2 weeks. You keep saying next week.
I think a lot of people know that this is one of my guilty pleasure movies.
Oh Lord, here we go.
We are watching, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We've finally pulled it. We are watching the first Tinkerbell movie.
Oh Lord, good Lord.
We are watching.
Pull.
Yes, we are watching Tinkerbell.
Oh Lord, I'm good. I got 2 weeks to watch that.
This is going to be a great 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
These films, if you thought Sleeping Beauty is going to surprise you, this is going to surprise everybody. We are watching Tinkerbell. Simba 2, welcome into the stream. Thanks so much for being here. Yeah, Disney Trash Can gives the movie an A.
Pull it.
Walter's going to love this one.
Dan does this to me all the time.
Chris says, "Wait, that is a movie." Actually, there's been 5 Tinkerbell movies, but we're just gonna watch the first one.
There's 5 Pirates movies too.
Alex like, no.
Exactly.
Hey, look, we've done
we did it for Lizzie McGuire.
We've done it for we look, whatever's on Disney Plus, we got watching this. We got this. You know, you wouldn't have been complaining if I pulled Captain America Winter Soldier out there. So
yeah, Hannah says now Walt wishes his internet cut out.
So in 2 weeks' time, we are watching the first.
Good Lord.
The first Tinkerbell movie. Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. If Shiny Christmas goes 5 what? Yeah, there've been 5 Tinkerbell movies. There have. That's my favorite movie of all time. I thought Lion King was. Or maybe being sarcastic.
I think he is being sarcastic.
I love Tinkerbell, but once you are all pulled descendants for a movie review, I'm there. Courtney, if you want to join us, you are welcome to. If you want to talk about the Tinkerbell movies with us, please, you are welcome to. We are all a bit delirious. I think, Hannah, I think you've hit the nail right on the head. I think this whole stream, I think everyone's been a bit delirious. You've been delirious about your internet. I've been delirious about what's a cape and what's a cloak and who's on my pillow. I mean,
Look at Chris' comment. Look at that, Bill. Yeah, he's right.
Dan, Walt says for you to go ahead and review that one next week. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
I'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll see you in 2 weeks. You do that one next week.
if in 2 weeks' time, when we do this again, and it's me and Melissa joining, you'll know the reason why.
I'll be there. Have I ever let you down? Don't answer that.
No, you've never let me down. You never let me down. This was so much fun. This was such a great time today.
It was until then.
Look,
it ruined my week.
Look, it happened to happen eventually, didn't it?
It did, but not now.
I've been delirious about the conspiracy of me being on a pillow. You are not on a pillow. It's not you. People in the chat, Hannah Waghorn is not on the pillow. It's a different Hannah. Move on. Let's go. Okay. He's never let me down until the next week. James Ryan says, "Buck up, lads. We made it through the George of the Jungle. We got this."
He's got a point. He's got a really good point. We got through that disaster of a movie. We can get through this.
You see, Joey from It's Joey's World, he's the biggest Tinkerbell fan I know. So
I'm sure he has not seen that movie.
I bet you he has.
I bet you're on. You're on. Joey's World, if you're still out there, have you seen the Tinkerbell movie? My money is on no.
Oh, geez. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Walt, we're going to wrap things up. Firstly, before we just do our plugs or anything, I want to give a massive thank you to everybody in the chat. A big thank you to all my members and my new members. Thank you, Hannah, for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. Honestly, that everybody has been so supportive and so wonderful this evening. It's been such a great time. We've nearly had 40 people in the chat this evening, which is awesome. Absolutely amazing. Please, on your way out, please hit that like button. That really does mean a lot.
Disney Trash Can is here. That's awesome.
Yeah, he was here all stream.
Where have I been? I'm so sorry, Disney Trash Can. Welcome in. You know how important you are at Disney?
You know what? This morning on Disney Nuts, we were talking about Push the Trash Can.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. Guys, again, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. You guys being here, this was so much fun, and I love doing these with Walt. And we will continue to do these. Obviously, not next week, but it'll be the week after where we'll be talking about Tinkerbell.
Yeah. Guys, if you haven't already hit that like button for Dan, let's get him to 50 likes. Hit that like button. We're 3 away. I agree with Dan. Thank you all for being here. This has been fantastic. Joey's World said Joey has seen it. Keith and Lisa haven't. So I think I technically win. Because Joey's World is Keith, Lisa, and Joey.
But Joey is the Tinkerbell fan.
I didn't hear you. What?
Oh, so what have you got coming up this week?
Well, the Sanity will be on Tuesday night at 8. We are going to be going over our giveaway for 6,000 subs. Thank you to everybody who did help us make that happen. It's been absolutely fantastic. We're so blessed and honored. It's been awesome. And then next weekend, we have some more streams coming out. Saturday, we are from the Magic Kingdom again, bright and early. And then Sunday, we're from Epcot early as well. Actually, I don't know about Epcot yet. It might be a later stream. We've got a few things going on that day. That's why I can't do this. I can't commit for next week. And we're going to try to get that stream in there somewhere. So look for the thumbnails throughout the week. And then that's it right now. We're getting close to I'm starting to film our Disney Ride Along series, which has been great as well. Other than that, that's everything for now. And Dan, you hit over 50 likes.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Really does mean a lot. Thank you so much.
But thank you, Dan. It's been great.
Yeah. When you do your ride along films, the song "Moving Right Along" from the Muppets will be playing in my mind the whole stream. That whole video.
Moving right along, do put loose and fancy free. Getting there is half the fun. Come share it with me. Sorry.
Let's get a copyright. No.
Oh no.
already got that copyright for you singing the beautiful "Once Upon a Dream" in interpretation. So no, it's all right. It's all good. In terms of me,
Look
Disney.
down below. Do you see it?
Alice Connect, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so much. $5 super chat. Congratulations. Very welcome in, John. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry to have missed you. No problem, buddy. The great British Mickey Waffle. He's part of the great British Mickey Waffle. I'll be on them tomorrow night for their podcast. So come and check out the great British Mickey Waffle. Tomorrow night. It's going to be fun. As for me, Disney Fiasco, Saturday, 7 p.m. Episode 125 will be next week. What was with me yesterday talking about the future of Marvel? That was a lot of fun. We had to talk about. We were on with What in the World with Russ. Great stream yesterday. It was really, really good. So episode 125 will be next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Sunday, 10 a.m. will be Disney Nuts. We had our first returned episode today. That was a lot of fun. Guys, if you haven't checked out the Disney Nuts video, go check it out. It was a live stream with me, The Adventures of Gonzo, and Adventures with VP. It was good fun. And then obviously 6 p.m. the following Sunday, not next Sunday, the following Sunday will be on Walt's channel for Disney Movie Review. I've got some videos planned up for the next couple of weeks and something really special for my members coming up in the next couple of weeks as well. I know it's been sort of tough with the lockdown and everything here in the UK and just trying to sort out something special for my members. So that is going to come soon. I'm planning something really special for that. So thank you so much, everybody. This has been so much fun. You guys are honestly absolutely amazing. You guys are my family and my chosen family. And dude, I love doing these. So guys, go check out Tinkerbell in the next 2 weeks. Give it a try. Just give it a try.
Yes, we always say that. No matter what. It's what makes this show so much fun is the fact that it gives us an opportunity to try films that we probably haven't seen. And the same for you guys, so that when you make that grade with us in 2 weeks, it's a legitimate grade because you've seen the film. So I agree with Dan. And by the way, Dan, 55 likes, dude. Wow. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. Really, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much again. Big thank you to Dean over at the Live Place. He's your go-to guy for all your family-friendly live streamers. And again, thank you to the Polka Dot Podcast who invited me on. Go check out. They kind of now sponsor my channel. So go check out the podcast. It's really fun. I was on there in October. Go check out the Polka Dot Podcast. Guys, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. I will see you next week. Have a great week, everybody. You guys are the best, and I'll see you all soon.
Have a great week. Bye, everybody.
Let's make it blue.